Hello, we are playing Pathfinder. This is a new campaign that
Yes.
we are doing, and I'm actually going to be recording this one now that I know a little bit more about the game. If you want to watch the previous one, that's on Frey's channel, but yeah,
Hello,
Savis
I'm
is going to be
Frey.
the GM this time around. And I'm not sure
Yes,
what we're
indeed.
doing right now exactly, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
This is kind of session 0. It's just a very short introduction to the campaign for everybody to get an idea of who the characters are and what your motivation is for going to the city that you're going in. So, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the dread mists of Durengar, a realm within the mists of Ravenloft.
Yes.
What you see in front of you, hopefully, is the map of the world, which I have generated and edited. And
oh, by the way,
this story.
Can I just say it's just so nobody gets confused because like this tripped me and Savis, not Savis, Chris out super hard. The dark stuff, that's the water, and the light stuff is
you guys
the
just
land.
crazy.
Yeah.
That did not show up. I didn't even think that at all. It looks completely fine to me.
That's hilarious.
I just feel like, you know, since we had a bit of confusion, there's probably gonna be more people confused. So
Watch the land. Why does it look so light?
all right,
Okay.
to continue.
Nice.
So this story actually is going to begin all the way over to the east. I think is that
Roasted.
the east or is that the west?
That's not
Shit, I
roasted.
can't remember northwest.
No, that's not
Over to
That's
the
the
east.
spells the
That's
word.
totally
Right.
east right
West
there.
East. W-E.
In the realm of the Arialas Sultanate, which is over here. A trader in the Arialas Sultanate has been traveling for a long time along the red path that you can see on the screen, hopefully. Can you see? Can everybody see the red path?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, fantastic. That is the path of Modesto Sawyer, who is a traveling spice trader who wishes to travel all the way over to Roasted, the city of markets, where he intends to sell his wares. However, the last time he went to Roasted, he had a problem with the city guard. The city guard in Roasted is a corrupt bunch of assholes, basically, who extort money from traders coming to the city in order to grant them protection from the criminal element in the city. However, if anyone doesn't pay the fee for the protection, they find their wares destroyed and scattered across the city the next morning.
Hispanic character.
And this has happened to Modesto previously. And he wasn't very happy about that because he lost a lot of money doing that. So this time around, he is intending to hire strong individuals to protect his caravan during the nights while he stays in Roasted. So he makes his way from Arialas down across the Red Sea to Amphal's, which is this city over here. Now, Amphal's lies close to the Dreaming Forest, which is the homeland of Baumi's character, Stromstrom.
Strom.
So, Baumi?
Tree. Damn.
So
Yeah,
this
so
is where
Strom
Baumi
is
should...
check for tree. And Savis wanted me to like use another, like we found Strom and I'm like, Strom is great. And then we wanted to, like, he wanted to look for another language, like with a word for tree, like as the last name, but the Strom I just felt like was the best option to go there.
It's the best name. Stromstrom. It's
Objectively
fantastic.
speaking, is the better option, so.
That's a great name.
So, being that this caravan is passing through close to your home territory, is this where you would like to join onto the caravan, Baumi, or would you like to join in later on?
I'll join in. Yeah, I mean, I can see that. Yeah, I'll join in
Okay.
Amphals.
You want to join in at Amphals. So you had journeyed to Amphals as the start of your own personal exodus? Like,
Yes.
what are your reasons for being in Amphals?
Well, my reasons for being in Amphals is I, as a druid, well, people don't know I'm a druid, right? And people shouldn't know that.
No,
I'm
of
a
course.
druid.
Sorry, let me clarify that too. In this realm, and in
From
most of the
Ravenloft,
realms of Ravenloft, magic is present but hidden. The general populace doesn't recognize magic as something that can happen. So things like dragons, phoenixes, thunderbirds, magical sorcerers, and all that sort of stuff, people don't see that normally. And they shun any mention of that, in fact. These kind of realms are very religious, kind of witch hunter, Middle Ages type level of hating that kind of magical reference.
Think Salem.
Sort of like magic.
Okay, whatever that means.
Salem witch trials.
But this realm that people are in is also a steam age realm. So think steampunk in terms of the technology levels, but not all of the provinces in this realm have that level of technology. And we'll go into that kind of detail later. But yeah, so nobody, if these characters have anything supernatural or magical about them, the general population is generally ignorant of that. Okay? So please, Strom, continue.
So, I gotta be honest with you, like, my character's backstory isn't super fully figured out yet, and I want to think about that a little bit more, but generally speaking, my general goal as a character is just to travel for the sake of travel. I don't really have a goal. Instead, if I see an opportunity that will take me into a different place, like something that is going to be a new experience, something that I can learn from, then that is my goal. So I went to Amphols not for any particular reason other than it is it is a city that is close to to where I'm from, and I first went to Malia, and then I traveled to Amphols, and I was going to just continue into one way or another, but then an opportunity presented itself to me to join in on that caravan, which seemed like an interesting little adventure.
Oh, yes, sir. And I decided to give them this wonderful, well-dressed man the standard fee for a caravan guard.
I wasn't aware that we were doing this racist right away. I mean, I can put on my blackface if you want.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Caravan guards.
So, sir, you shall be given 20 gold per week for guarding my caravan. Thank you very much for agreeing to this arrangement.
Thank you. Do I talk about what my character does and how it works, or...?
We can get to that another time. I think it's probably good to keep that kind of stuff a mystery.
Okay.
Because everyone else in the party doesn't know what you can and can't do. And that's actually a key theme in this.
Sort of.
No one knows what the other players are actually capable of in any one situation.
All talk to each other, but we can...
Not unless they actually talk to each other and discuss this.
Oh, we may have.
We would never do
in-game.
that.
Thoroughly.
The
I'm very
characters
happy
don't
with my
know.
character. I like my character.
We may
Characters don't know, though.
We would never do that. What are you talking about?
I mean, most of the time, if you can tell everyone what character class you are, though. So, like, if you say druid, obviously you're able to change shape. You're able to commune with nature and use natural spells, and that's probably enough for people to get the idea of what your character's going to be
Everyone
like.
wants to have like a chance to show off, like, oh, I can do this, and I'm so powerful. You know?
We will get to that eventually.
Actually, I already know which ability I'm gonna hide that none of you or characters should know about. But
But the
Fantastic.
we know is this thing you
The
spoke about
angry
earlier.
cloud.
Yeah.
Okay, so as the caravan continues moving along, does anybody else want to have their backstory start in any particular place? Like, tell me.
Well, I just wander,
when-
so
You're
I
just
can just
wandering?
stumble. Yeah, I can just stumble across the caravan as I'm
Whereabouts do
traveling.
you want that?
Let's go like near. Yeah, right there. I was thinking exactly
Right in the
there.
middle of the Pool Huddle Woods?
Yeah, I couldn't tell if that was a D or if it was a P.
It's
so, yeah.
PWLLHUDDLE. The weirdest fucking names. This was a randomly generated map. I'm just rolling with the
It's like
names. They're
Wales.
fucking amazing.
Never ask directions from Wales.
So you come along. You come across the caravan as well, and it's quite a large caravan as well. It's like there is a very large wagon drawn by 4 horses. So it's big enough that this wagon requires 4 horses to pull it across, and there is a secondary wagon as well. This one with a wooden construction kind of trailed behind it. Quite a large one still, but dragged along by 2 horses this time. And it is also... Modesto has a number of regular caravan guard, about 5 of them, plus at this stage a well-dressed character. Like, so there's, to your eyes, there are 6, but one of them has some really nice armor on.
Okay, so I guess I'm going. My character.
So, yeah, he comes along and you meet up with him and seeing.
We'll say that I was at the border. We'll say that I was at the because I see there's like a line. How do I ping? Like right there. Oh, okay.
Hold like
right there. Right here.
Oh yeah, that is a river that you've seen. So
yeah, I'll be just collecting water there, and I see the caravan. We'll go with that. Okay, so
sweet. So the caravan comes along, and they see you along the road, a traveler as well. Yeah. What do you look like? What's your appearance? We didn't actually get to that with Bam. We should in a second.
Oh no, we can do Bammies first. Do Bammies first. I'll go through all my whole character.
Well, I'm honestly just like I'm just me, I guess. You know, like I'm regular size. I'm an adult, a human. You wouldn't really like be able to like pick me out of a lineup. In terms of equipment, I'm just wearing pretty heavy armor actually. I have a breastplate that is of dragon armor. I have a strong, heavy wooden shield that I carry around, and my main obvious weapon that anybody can see is a big cudgel, which is a big hammer that I'm wielding one-handed.
It's a club.
Hammer.
Yeah, a big wooden hammer. Club,
beating
whatever
up
you want to call
implement.
it. Essentially what I do with that is I slap things and I bludgeon them into nothingness.
Sweet.
Yeah, but nothing too crazy. You wouldn't really be able to like I don't stick out of a crowd, and that's not really what I'm going for.
Excellent. Okay, Chris, what about your character?
Wait, what? Wasn't I going?
Yeah, I think.
Oh, Melon. Sorry. Blah, sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm slightly stupid. Just a little bit stupid.
So my character is a what was it? A fetchling. So I'm very slender. I have very pale skin, like perfectly white hair. It's kind of scraggly.
Okay.
I have a very dark purple, close to black, but like you can see that it's slightly purple cloak. And I have like green and very dark. Like all my clothes are very dark colored.
Okay.
Like garments.
Stark contrast with your hair.
Yes, and skin.
It's
kind of one of those, what are called, them Peaky Blinders hats.
Yeah.
Any obvious weapons?
I use a scythe, like a farmer's scythe. That,
okay, so you're carrying a
farmer's
scythe.
I use it as like a walking stick casually. It's just it appears as just the type of scythe that you'd use for farming.
And what is your character's name?
My character's name is Ozpin.
Ozpin. Wonderful. Yeah. So Ozpin sees this caravan of traders walking through, and obviously they strike up a conversation. They get to talking about traveling and the like, and Ozpin decides to come along with Modesto. The reasonable fee of 20 gold per week.
Well, I pay him 20 gold per week. Well, he pays me.
No, he pays you.
Yes.
You may guard me.
I was very confused.
20 gold per week.
Okay. I treat him as a close friend, and I wish to travel free of charge, as a friend, as a companion, rather than.
You are most welcome to come along with me, sir. It is very strange for a person to wish to guard a caravan without a fee.
I seek wisdom and knowledge of the lands of the realm in which I live, and money.
Well, you are welcome to come along with me, sir. You're very, very, very welcome.
Okay.
So he's quite happy with this arrangement.
Yeah.
Saving
but also, really quickly about my appearance is I technically don't have eyes. I do have eyes, but they're like, how does it work, Frey? You described it to me earlier.
Pupilless.
Yeah, they're pupilless eyes, but they glow.
Seems like blind almost.
Yeah,
Okay.
they glow like a color. They glow a dark greeny blue. Which
You
is
might
very,
want
very
to
rare
find
for a
something to
fetchling.
cover your eyes.
I wear glasses.
Okay, that is important. So you were wearing glasses. Nice. Yes.
I want to make a quick correction because I made my weapon seem like just a club, but it's actually a little bit more intricate than that. So my weapon is made from knotted wood, is covered in thorns and vines, and looks as though it is still alive.
That's cool.
Very cool.
It is, yeah.
like a
sticks,
branch from a
I
living
guess
tree.
the weapon sticks out a little bit.
Oh, I should go into what I'm wearing as well, equipment-wise.
Just the obvious stuff. Nothing.
Okay.
You don't need to
Well-
reveal any of the secret trinkets or anything
It
like
would
that.
take like a
Yeah.
year for me to say all the things.
Exactly.
I
could if you want.
I have nothing explicit that you can see aside from the scythe. All the stuff I wear under clothes. I have a. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. I have a headband apparently, but I guess that's like under the hat because I didn't mention that to Frey when we drew it up as a character. But yeah, which is fine.
Okay.
It's all right.
But yeah.
So continuing along, so we have Ozpin and Stromstrom joining the caravan so far, and we continue along the path. Does anybody else want to join in at this stage?
I think I'll be
Frey
closer
wanted
to roasted.
You're closer to the roasted. Okay.
I'm
I'm
actually
getting
also
roasted,
close to
right?
roasted.
Getting roasted.
So the other people are closer to roasted. So they make the caravan travels on for some time, and Stromstrom gets his payment, 2 weeks worth, so 40 gold.
Oh, you can have that. Actually.
And it gets to about here, which is the border
of Eggland.
of the Grand Duchy of Caracos, which is the province that Roasted resides within. Does anyone want to join on to the caravan here?
I will never get past the name roasted.
I guess
ever.
I
That's
could.
pretty fine.
Roasted.
It is so perfect.
It's like I'm sitting like in a like at the bridge, and there's people like wants me to pay out money to pass it.
I'm
Like-
I'm
This is
Okay,
absolutely atrocious.
So you are here then.
I'm sitting in a
Yeah.
tavern outside roasted. So
Okay, so we haven't gotten to that stage yet. So you have are at the bridge near the river.
Yeah.
And there's I suppose a bunch of
Bridge
bandits
troll.
or something in the way, blocking the way and demanding a tariff for the crossing over the bridge.
Yeah.
And you are stopped in that way. And so the rest of the caravan comes up behind you and notices your predicament, obviously, because you're kind of in the way. Frey, please start your description.
Well, my character's name is Madame Yuminda Fallenbridge. She's
how do you
like,
spell that? How do you
she's
spell
got
that?
a purple, dark purple, like dress, the big like conical hat. It's like if you look at like Big Hat Logan's hat in Dark Souls, it's sort of like that sort of big hat. And she's like smoking a very like long pipe, like casually. And she's like holding a broomstick, like cleaning off stuff from her wagon. Like a whole bunch of like herbal tools and stuff, like hang off belts and like bags from her.
How
It's
big
like
is
a
your wagon? One or two horse?
It's a heavy wagon, but I'm
it's a
dragging
two-horse
it.
wagon.
I'm dragging it with 2 horses anyway. It says it only
Okay.
requires one large, but I do drag with 2 horses. Just because.
Yep.
Amazing. You tried with
And she's
spiders
visibly
or something.
upset at these thugs like blocking her way. It's like she's yelling at them.
Now you should learn from your mother. Like, will you get raised properly, you filthy bad people?
Hello, my dear. Are you having problems with these people? What is the problem
They're
here?
blocking the way, eh? They're just blocking it all, poor defenseless woman's way.
This was not blocked last time I was here. Excuse me, sirs. What is going on? And the people turn around and look towards the caravan. Oi! You guys need to pay the tariff before you go over the bridge. It's a new rule, courtesy of the Duchess. The Duchess? She did not charge this last time I was here. I call foul. I think you're not what you say you are. And the people on the bridge look around and it's like, no, we're exactly what we say we are. You pay the tariff.
Promise.
Well, I think you're outnumbered now, aren't you? You should all just run along. If you know
They
what's
look a bit
good
nervous
for
at
you.
this, noticing the number of guards on this caravan at the moment. And they decide, all right, fine. Have it your way.
Off you get.
And they shuffle off.
You did the Australian accent justice there, Zaviz. That was great. Well done. I applaud that. That was good.
Thank you.
Well, thank you kindly, people. You showed up just in time. I was getting a bit angry at these young men.
Not a problem at all, madam. Are you also heading towards the city of markets?
I got some goods to sell.
Wonderful.
Myself.
Do you wish to come along with us? We shall
I'll be most
make the
lovely.
rest of the trip together.
I'll be heading with you.
Wonderful. Okay, and you continue moving on. Okay, who have we left?
Chris
Left
and
to,
Abba.
To Chris and Abba.
Which I think we're both like in a pub outside of Roasted.
Okay,
I'm
so
right
there
to
is
the tavern.
on the crossroad here. There will be a little village, and large enough that there is a tavern in town, and that's probably where the two of you meet up. So the caravan will probably stay there for a night and see the two individuals there. So please, we'll start with Chris. Go ahead and describe your character.
I am a halfling who looks and acts like a dwarf. And I'm a
Talks like a
local
dwarf.
to this area and basically keep the out-of-towners from starting fights in my bar. I wear
Your
big
bar?
old jet black
It's-
armor.
it's-
I
is
mean,
it
I don't
your
own
bar?
it, but I mean, like, you know.
Oh, so you're
Get out of my
acting as a
bar,
bouncer
yeah.
in this bar.
Yeah, basically.
hello,
and for
little
the
man.
whole village, for that matter.
Hello,
Like,
little
everywhere I
man.
go,
Hello,
I am
little
just
man.
the bouncer
I am
for
looking
everything
for
around me.
additional protection as we get in towards Roasted. Are you interested in having some additional money, sir?
I wouldn't mind going into town again.
Wonderful. I am willing to pay $20, 20 gold per week. Is
Colors.
that an acceptable amount?
That sounds acceptable.
Excellent. Please come along with me tomorrow. So that's another one hired. So go on with your description. Sorry, what kind of stuff are you wearing? Obviously, at least.
So I wear large jet black armor. I generally have my, long dwarven style beard visible. And I carry a kukri, which is kind of like a machete.
Machete.
Do you have
Okay.
beard armor?
You don't have.
No, I changed it away from the hand axe because I took a feat and did some things that made the kukri really amazing. So,
Okay, so I'm gonna make a kukri as your weapon instead
all right.
later.
Okay, fantastic.
Do you
I'm
have
drawing
beard armor?
characters.
Then we have.
Beard armor.
No.
For a dwarf. Aww.
I don't know what
No.
beard armor is.
He's not a real dwarf. He's a fake dwarf.
Yeah, I'm not actually a dwarf, so I don't get any other racial traits or anything. I just
No, it's not a thing. It's like Lord of the Rings. The dwarves wear armor over their beards.
Oh,
Nice Warhammer.
Yeah.
I see.
Oh, Warhammer as
Not
well.
in this case. Not in this case.
Aw.
Okay, last one up. Abba.
Hello.
Man, what a
Yes.
guy.
Please describe your character to us.
Gaston is a half giant. He is not of this realm. In his old realm, he has protected the people of the village he used to live in. He has no memory of his childhood and just does what he thinks is right. He usually stays at taverns where most trouble is. He is entertained by fighting people who are breaking the law. Makes sure that everything's straight in order.
Okay, so you're acting as a bouncer. You're also acting as a bouncer at this tavern currently.
Yes.
Is that right?
Got so
Okay.
many bouncers.
Hello, my very, 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 very big friend. I am looking for additional protection for my travel into Roasted. Are you interested in making some additional money, sir?
Yes.
Wonderful. I am offering 20 gold per week. Is this acceptable?
Seems fair enough.
Wonderful. Then please come along with my caravan tomorrow. I would be very, very happy to have you.
Seems like you have like 8 guards. What exactly are you carrying?
I am carrying spices from my homeland. They are very, very rare in these parts, and they fetch a high price. I expect to make lots and lots and lots of money tomorrow. Or when we reach Roasted, at least.
I hope you're fine with me having a dog.
I find it a bit questionable that he just goes around shouting how many valuable wares he's carrying.
Wait,
Well,
hold
now
on.
he
I have
can with all of
8
us here.
It's not.
Right?
He wasn't exactly shouting it. He was merely discussing it in his accent. It is very difficult to speak an accent when you're being quiet because it slips into different accents.
It is.
Little man, is it okay if I bring dog?
I bring dog.
Well, welcome to bring your companion.
I
Very well.
dogs.
Is your dog's name Dog? Because I hope so.
His name is
Okay,
Dog.
and so the 5 of you are assigned as the night guard for his crew, as you all appear to be the most experienced and strongest of his crew.
Actually, I appear incredibly weak, but yeah, I'm very,
yes,
very
but through your travels with him, he's grown trusting of you because
Right.
you joined on in fairly early.
That's fair.
So the 5 of you are assigned to the night guard as dawn approaches on the next day, and you are traveling in towards Roasted, the city of markets, which is known to be a very corrupt city. And I'll give you a full description now. Known as the central hub of the Karakos Duchy, this town is always busy and is filled with traders, scholars, and aristocrats, as well as many of the peasants working within the city. Corruption is rife within the walls of Roasted, as trade lords and aristocrats strike deals with the criminal underworld in order to gain an edge on their rivals. This arrangement has resulted in many of the best rogues, thieves, and pirates frequenting the city and causing the majority of its citizens to become paranoid in the nights. The city guard is just as corrupt, using its power to extort protection money from the traders to keep them safe. Should the traders refuse to pay the hefty fees, which often amount to 50% of the sales that they make in the city, they almost always find their wares damaged or stolen the next day. This corruption is the reason that the adventurers, you players, have come to the city. You have been hired by Modesto Sawyer, a sugar and spice trader who has traveled from the Arealis Sultanate. Modesto refuses to pay for protection from the city guards and has opted instead to bring his own protection in the form of you group of adventurers, and which he has gradually assembled over his travels. And that brings us to the close of the introduction to the Dread Mists of Durengar.
Sick.
Nice.
So when we start, we start in Roasted.
When you start, you are entering Roasted as the start.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
that's
baby.
on. That's on which day?
We're all gonna
That's
get
on-
That is-
roasted.
It should
Saturday for
actually
us?
be Saturday for you, yes.
Yeah.
If you go to your
Just
main page
stop recording,
on
basically.
Yeah.
There we go. Stop recording. That's a good outro.
Oh wait.
We just start recording. Okay.
that's okay. He'll be able to edit it
Alright, one sec.
out.
Anyway, so this is gonna be a little roleplay game that we're gonna do. I'll just upload this casually. We play this once a week. It's not really gonna make you miss out on anything. I wouldn't be able to use this time to record anything anyway, so I thought I'll just record this and then you guys can see it. And yeah, anyway, I hope you guys will enjoy it. This is just a little bit of an introduction, and then soon there will be the first full first session. So yeah, goodbye.